Morning! Off on an adventure today. It's Monday the 24th of April. Got the date right today, and it's just before 9 o'clock, it's about 5 to 9. Just got off the train. I'm in Windermere, and the first stop, Orrest Head, which is a viewpoint over Lake Windermere. So what am I doing? I'm doing a 7-day, well 6.5 day walk. It's called the Tour of the Lake District. It's on 9 stages, so over 9 days, plus this pro leg stage from Windermere Station to Ambleside. So walk starts at Ambleside, does a big loop around the Lake District. Tell you more about the locations later. But got 6.5 miles to get to Ambleside, and then 12.5 miles to Coniston is the plan for today. So with walking to the station this morning at 19 miles an hour, it's about 20 mile a day today. This walk is split in 9 stages, as I said. 5 of them are high level stages. You have a choice of a low level and a high level. Take some of the highest, I'd have to get used to saying fells in the Lake District rather than mountains. So the plan is, I know what plans are like, they last until first contact with the enemy. The enemy being the weather and my legs and my back today. So we'll see what we do, but the plan is it's over 100 miles this walk. If I do the high level route, it's 110 mile plus. So I've got a bit of a bad back I've had for about a week. Just tweaked it when I was working last week, so hoping I can walk that off. But first stop is Orrest Head. So 7-day adventure, here we go. This is Orrest Head, Alfred Wainwright's first walk from Windermere. He said those few hours on Orrest Head cast a spell that changed my life. And you can see loads of the fells or mountains from here. Coniston Old Man over there, which I'm hoping to go over tomorrow. See the gap, which is the Rhino's Pass. You can see Crinkle Crags, see Scarfell Pike, Great End, see Great Gable. In the gap there you can see, you probably won't see it on this camera, but you've got Henderson Stike, Henderson Stickle, then you've got Pavey Ark, High Raise. That's the way I'm heading for tonight, to get to Coniston if possible, and then over Coniston Old Man tomorrow. So let's have a look what we got this side. Woo. This is usually in the summer, this is packed. One man and his dog come in. There we go. Lake Windermere. Well, it's not Lake Windermere, is it? It's Windermere. So I think I just carry it on that way somewhere. I'll find the route now. Right, this is Troutbeck Bridge. Very nice. This is a fairly recent bridge, this one. Troutbeck. Right, on the way to Ambleside. I don't think I've done any filming since Orrest Head, if I remember rightly. So on the way to Townend now, which is about halfway between Windermere and Ambleside. Double bridge. So just tell you a little bit about the Tour of the Lake District route. It's not an official trail, there's no signage for it. I've already gone off trail once. got back on. There's not a lot of information about it other than Long Distance Walkers Association and Cicerone guidebook. They updated the original Tour of the Lake District, and up until about 5 or 6 weeks ago there's an 8-minute video on YouTube from Cicerone giving an overview of it, a very brief overview, and then there's only 2 guys that have done this route and put it on YouTube. There's another couple of guys done it since. Hayes Outdoors has done it in the winter, and another guy's just finished doing it as well. So I'm hoping to do the high routes, as I said. I don't know how many I'll get done. Apparently if the weather's bad, some pretty grim places up there, but I do want to go over Old Man at Coniston tomorrow, and I do want to go over Scarfell Pike the next day. I definitely want to go over Helvellyn later on in the week. So weather, it was freezing when I got off the train. It's about 5 degrees and the wind has been bitter. I'm sheltered down here. It's still cool in the wind, but the sun's just come out and we've got a blue sky. So forecast for the week is a lot colder this week. Yeah, coming down from Iceland or somewhere, I think, and down to frost overnight tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be bright but cold. I can live with that. What else? I'm a bit nervous about this. I've done the West Highland Way, all signed, all organised, knew exactly where I was going to stop. This one, I've not booked anything. I've booked a train this morning and a train back next Sunday. Got my tent, so I'm going to do some camping. Might jump in a bunkhouse if the weather gets bad, or one night to charge everything up. But other than that, I have an agenda, but it's a flexible agenda. So I'm forcing myself to just relax and not get nervous about where I'm going to sleep or anything, where I'm going to get to. I would like to get to Coniston or as near as possible today. So should be trying to do that. That'll be a 19-mile start. We're going back uphill now. That's about it. So I'll probably jump back on the camera when we get to Ambleside unless there's anything exciting to see before then. I just brought you back to see this view, looking down back towards Windermere, and on the shore further down is Bonus on Windermere. A couple of launches on the lake. Just go along this lane at the moment, and then we drop down to the left down to Skelwell Bridge and onto Ambleside. That is stunning. Turning point, whatever. Right, I've had some lunch in Ambleside. Start the walk proper now. Already shattered. That's 6.5 miles turned into about 7.5 miles. I went the wrong way a couple of times. That's nice. Go over the old Packhorse Bridge. That's nice, isn't it? Right, got 12.5 miles now to Coniston. So get to Coniston, look for a campsite. Don't fancy pushing much on further than that. It's going to be really cold tonight, so I don't want to camp up high. This is the Miller Bridge, Packhorse Bridge, very nice. And then we're going up that way. Whew. We levelled out now, we're just starting to go back downhill. From Ambleside, you come up a track. We'll start off as a road and then a track and then a path. And you go straight up to 295 metres. It's really steep at the bottom. This is the Lothric Fells. Heading down towards Lothric Tarn. Views back over Windermere. Right down there in the distance. Ambleside's tucked behind there. Over there somewhere. Just making our way. See what the viewpoint is here. In the distance on the far distance on the left, that's Coniston Old Man. Aiming for that one tomorrow. Keep going. Loftrig Tarn, the fells in the background. I'm going to follow it round over there and head that way. Bluebells are coming out. Beautiful. Oh, lovely path now. Skelworth Bridge to Elter Water over there. Easy walk in this bit. Probably can't see it very well in here, but Hercules, look at this. Walking along the river towards the mountains. A bit grey up there. Beautiful. Been a load of four is a load of planes, isn't it? F-15s flying through the valley, but I couldn't get the camera out in time. Absolutely beautiful, this. That is delicious. At the Britannia Inn in Elter Water. I think it's about 6 miles left now to Coniston. Time of it. Use the camera shake while I get my watch out. 3:05, so not bad. Get there for tea time, find a campsite, and see how we get on. Quite a few having a brew. Pint here. Ambleside, 4 miles. I could have come straight down the road, it would have been quicker. This was supposed to be the day where there's not that much elevation. But the camera's picking up how steep that is. Whew. Been some steep climbs today. It's not the easiest stuff to walk on either. Right, we've left Elter Water. I think the 6 mile to Coniston was a direct route on the road. I think it's about 8 mile that I'm doing. Oh, I'll be glad to get there. I think the gates to stop the sheep getting through. Oh, a narrow one. The pole's stuck now. I've not done a lot of filming today because the views are pretty, you know, they're nice, but we'll start the mountains tomorrow, so we'll do a bit more filming when we get in the mountains. Still on the way to Coniston. Went the wrong way again. I've relied on the guidebook, and I've traced the route out in a map. I left the map in my rucksack. I've been using my OS maps on the phone, the GPX files, but they're not very good, the GPX files, so there's no deception in places for the maps. So I went wrong and I thought, right, blow it. Got my map out and realised where I'd gone wrong, and I'm back on track. I don't know how far I've walked today, but it's a good few miles more than I should have. There we go. Whew. Not a bad view, is it? Apart from a few drops of rain, it's been pretty dry most of the day. A couple of hours ago we had a shower. It wasn't heavy, it lasted a minute, but I needed that pint when I got to Elter Water. Right, back up this way now. Right, we've arrived at High Oxenfell Farm. This was one of Beatrix Pross's farms. She had several in the area. with the proceeds from the Peter Rabbit books. She bought several farms. When she died in 1940, 45, 46, she left them all to the National Trust. She was famous for breeding Herdwick sheep and trying to keep the landscape as natural as possible. Lovely little property, and look at the views. Wow, now that is a view. I'm still going uphill. I just come down a little bit. It's a lot of uphill walking today. A lot of stony track walking. It hurts your feet a bit. When I had my pint at Elterwater, I took my boots and socks off and put a bit of Compeed on my little toe where it's getting a little bit red. But there it is, Beatrix Potter. All of her properties went to the National Trust. And that is a fantastic location. Right, onwards to Coniston. Right, this is the main Ambleside to Coniston road. I can always smell Coniston down there, but what's my instructions? Cross straight over the road and climb steeply up a track to Tarn House. Got another hour or so to get to Tarn House and then down into a bit longer to get down into Coniston. So let's go and do it. I think I can see Tarn House through the trees. Thank goodness. See stony tracks to do your feet in. Been a long day today. We're glad to get the tent up and have a sit down. I'm going to find somewhere to camp near the pub, have a pint. Tarn House. Yeah, I got uphill again, what a surprise. I'm heading down to the south end of the lake and not too far, keep saying this, not too far to Coniston now, hopefully. Big lake that. Still walking, sun's out, but guys, look at that. Oh, that's a view. We'll be heading up there tomorrow, hopefully, if I ever get to the end of today. What goes up has got to come down. All that climb up to Tarn House, I'll have to come back down again, but I'm eventually back on the valley floor. And Coniston is probably about, I don't think it's even a mile, probably 3/4 of a mile, something that way. Nice though, isn't it? I haven't seen, since I left Elterwater and started the climb, I saw a couple of people on that path. Two girls just before Wilson Place Farm, whatever it was. And I haven't seen anybody since. There was no one at Tarn House. There was no one in the car park. There's no cars past me on the road. I've seen nobody on the way down. Brilliant. But my feet have had enough now. Can't wait to get into Coniston. The weather's turned out better than it's forecast. It's still dark in the distance, and we've had a few spots of rain off and on. But awesome. Won't be long now. Coniston in sight! Yay! This is part of the Cumbria Way now that I'm on. The gorse is coming out nicely. Look at that. And there's in the distance Coniston Water. There you go, proper view of Coniston Water. Oh, a football match on. I won't be joining in that, not with my legs now. Right guys, that's me done for the day. I'm absolutely shot. I've done 22 miles and then I have to walk 20 minutes to the campsite. So I'm on the Coniston Hall campsite, Coniston water. You might not be able to see it because it's dark. It's there. So I'll show you the route in the morning of what we've done today, but I'm going to get something to eat. It's temperature's dropped now, it's going to be freezing tonight. Early hours down to 1 degree, so I'm going to get something to eat and I'm going to read for a bit, and then I'm done. I'm going to sleep. And hopefully I'll see you in the morning. Female mallard, I wonder what that was flying past. So thank you very much for watching today, and I'll see you tomorrow.